So, once again, I'm back. This time, I'm doing a review on the DC Direct Secret Files Unmasked Clark Kent. And, of course, Clark Kent is the alter ego of Superman. And Clark Kent has been portrayed very differently through the many years, the 70 so years of his creation. Anything from a stumbling fool and a coward to a much softer version of Superman, a little bit, which is in The Man of Steel by John Byrne. And so right now I'm just gonna go through. I figured this time, since I kind of did, everybody mostly knows Superman and Clark Kent. I'd figure I'd go through the actors that have played Superman and Clark Kent through the years. And the first actor was Bud Collyer, who originated the role on the radio. Yes, that's right. The radio. There used to be radio plays of Superman, and they really gave us quite a bit of Superman lore, kryptonite, and making him fly, and a couple of other things. I believe Jimmy Olsen too originated there. And the radio things lasted from 1940 to 1951. And he also did the voice in a bunch of shorts, 19 of them. Yeah, 19 of them? Yeah. Done by Fleischer Studios, which are some great animation. They've just been collected into a box set. There's several versions out here, but this is the one done by DC, because they are public domain, or at least they were. I'm not sure if they still are, since Warner Brothers may have bought them, but for years and years they were public domain, so you had tons and tons of versions on video and DVD. But this is a nice collection, and it comes with a little more special features. And then we move on to 1948, where Kirk Alyn takes on the role in the first of two serials, the second being in 1951, which leads to the TV series starring George Reeves. And you may have heard he had a tragic death, but did quite a few years of Superman on TV, first in black and white and then in color. And that series lasted from 1952 to 1958. And then we go back into a bunch of shorts done for television, animated shorts. And once again, Bud Collyer took on the role as the voice of Superman, and that lasted from 66 to 69. And then we hit Super Friends, where a guy named Donnie Dark takes over, and he does the voice of Superman in Super Friends from 1973 to 1985. And that's where we get Christopher Reeve in Superman the movie. And he is Superman from 1978 to 1987. And next, there's a short-lived TV series, animated series, in '88, and that Superman Clark Kent is voiced by Bo Weaver in that. And that's also just coming out in November 3rd, I believe. So then we move on to, I guess you could count him as Superman Clark Kent, but in '88, John Haymes Newton steps into the as Superboy, in the live action TV series, but he's shortly replaced the next year by Gerard Christopher, and that series lasts from '88 until '92, and then the next year we saw Dean Cain come into the role in this television series Lois and Clark, which lasted from '93 to '97. Now, about the same time, we have Superman the Animated Series, which Tim Daly does the role for, and he does a great job in that series. And that's from '96 all the way to 2000. Unfortunately, they don't get him for Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. Instead, what's his name? So anyway, moving on to Smallville, where we get Tom Welling, who has been in the role since 2001 and is still on the television now. And then we get Brandon Routh in Superman Returns in 2006. So that pretty much sums up his appearances in other media, television and movies in particular. So I'll get right into the figure. The buttons